Hi, my name is Jeff Lerner, and I want to shoot a quick video here about my good friend Aaron Parkinson and 7 Mile Media. My company, Entre Institute, we do actively use 7 Mile Media currently as one of our media buyers to do paid ads management, and they are really amazing at that and have a very high-level strategic approach that I find is, for lack of a better term, just better than a lot of media buyers who take a sort of a more granular approach. They do things really, really well that aren't even on other media buyers' radar, sophisticated stuff that, at the end of the day, essentially what they do is they take the best results that any other media buyer could produce, and then they add to that like another 20 or 30% of results that, because of their approach, you almost don't even have to pay for. It's, without getting too technical, it's just, they're just really, really like wizards at what they do. But that's honestly not even what this video is meant to be about. I could not say that because they're so good at the paid ads management and the media buying aspect of what they do, which is why we use them now. But what I really wanted to talk about with this video is what Aaron did for me a couple years ago when I started my business, Entre Institute. And what I love about 7 Mile is that I get to work with 7 Mile and all their wizards and experts in all the different aspects of media buying, but also with Aaron directly at the top, overlaying his strategic direction. And just to kind of speak to the value of Aaron and his strategic insight. So almost 2 years ago when I started Entre, Aaron, he and I were friends, and I actually hired him for paid consulting. And he steered my direction, and he told me, he said, "Jeff, do you want to do this fast or do you want to do this right?" And as an entrepreneur, that's a tough question, because even though most of us would answer, of course I want to do it right, the implication of do you want to do it slow is a hard one for most entrepreneurs. And I was no different. It was hard for me to sort of begrudgingly say, yeah, okay, let's do this right, not necessarily fast. But it was the best decision I've ever made. And I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years, over 20 years now. I'm 41. I've been an entrepreneur since I was a teenager. And what I've accomplished in the last 2 years, largely in part to Aaron's strategic positioning and insight for me, is unlike anything that I've ever experienced in my life. And I've been successful for over a decade. I've won awards. I've been on the Inc. 5000. I've won ClickFunnels 8-figure awards. And yet nothing has approached what I've achieved in the last 2 years. Again, largely on the foundation that Aaron and I put together with his big brain and my willingness to do a lot of work. And long story short, without giving you the full blow-by-blow story, he was right about doing it right, not necessarily fast. And for a year and a half, if I hadn't had the foundation and the conceptual understanding of what it was that I was really trying to accomplish based on the plan that him and I had put together, it would have been tempting for me to think, I'm spinning my wheels, this isn't working. But because I understood the process and I understood the base that I was building, again, based on our plan, which was largely built on his ideas, I was able to stay resolved and stay confident, which is frankly one of the hardest things as an entrepreneur, is to make the plan and then really, really stick to it, even when it takes a while, even if it takes longer than you might think or certainly might hope. And for that year and a half, I did the work on the basis and the confidence of what him and I had put together, again, on the foundation of his ideas. And in the last 5 months, basically, I hit an inflection point about 5 months ago where I said, okay, the base is built. Like phase 1 is done. We have done what Aaron and I engineered to do. Now it's time to grow, because now we're built on the right foundation that's built to scale. And in the last 5 months, we've grown almost 1,600%. Revenue has gone from about $120,000 5 months ago to we did just shy of 2 million this month. And you would think with hyper growth like that the systems would be stressing, the systems would be stretched thin or at risk of breaking. But I think the best part of having built this the way that Aaron laid out for me to do is that we're able to just keep going. I mean, the rock, we don't even feel like we've left the atmosphere, and everything is just sailing smooth to the point where we have really, really ambitious goals that are not even worth uttering into the universe because people would roll their eyes at me, but we know where we're going, and it's because we built the foundation the right way. I realize this has been kind of a long video. It's longer than most testimonial videos, but the merit of what Aaron helped me put together can't be glossed over. I don't think I could say it any more succinctly than this, because it's a huge thing. It's a huge thing that he helped me do. And it was built on just incredibly high quality ideas. Implementation is hard. Doing the work that I've done is hard, but it's impossible if you don't have the confidence of knowing that it's built on amazing ideas and an amazing understanding of how the big gears of marketing really, really work. And that's where Aaron is just a genius. And so I want to thank Aaron for his hand in the massive success that we're experiencing and that I know we're going to continue to experience. The rocket ship, again, we've blasted off, but we haven't even left the atmosphere. But to most outside observers, this overnight success that we're experiencing, this massive hypergrowth, it might look like an anomaly, but it's not. It's just the natural outgrowth of really, really great planning, which is exactly what I was doing with Aaron almost 2 years ago. And frankly, to the extent that it's working so well is the extent to which I haven't deviated from the plan. So thanks again, Aaron. I hope this video gives some value to you and maybe your audience or potential prospects. And if you're looking at this going, man, well, maybe should I entrust these 7 Mile guys and this Aaron guy with the strategic, major strategic influence in my business? I could not give a more wholehearted yes to that question. Take care.